Good morning, my friends, and welcome to another week, a scintillating week of the markets, I might say. This is Darren Hancock, and I am the ThetaWaveTrader, and you are in the Breakfast Club for October 23rd, 2023. Boy, this year's sure flying by, hey? What have we got today? Well, let's just jump right into it. Let's do the British pound on the daily. And let me just do the usual that I do. So those of you who obviously don't come in right on the time, let me just kind of fumble around through this and make sure I've got the presentation is live. Yes, it is. I see it right there. We're up and running again for a new week. All right. What do we got here? Equal lows. I like these equal lows here. We're still inside that daily fair value gap. SIBI on the daily. We still have a whole plethora of overlapping new week opening gaps. So daily, we're still inside that daily fair value gap. So I really have no opinion there. We're pretty consolidated, pretty choppy. There's a reason to say let's run the bottoms out here. They've already run the equal lows out here, which we were looking for the other day. They've run those out. Now we're looking for a potential run back up into this daily fair value gap SIBI above the market. If the American dollar gets some weakness this week, we could be looking for this upper SIBI. Let's look at the hourly. Is there anything here available on the hourly? Equal highs, relative equal highs. We have a break-in structure here, lots of chop. Well delivered. There's nothing on the hourly I can see that was really nothing I can really see here other than equal highs up top here and pretty sloppy on the hourly. I don't see much there for you, sorry. Euro on the, let's go to the hourly here. Yeah, Euro seems to be the stronger of the two pairs, and I'm looking for potential more upside. This little fair value gap SIBI here on the daily looks like it was holding price, pulling back into the range. We've got this order block right here. We've come back into the opening of that order block, and we're back up again. So we're between this fair value gap SIBI here. Is it going to hold price, or are we going to get through it on top of it and then start climbing for this liquidity above the market here? So upside potential, we still have upside support by this order block. And we're still inside this little tiny fair value gap sitting right here, which isn't marked, but it actually is outlined by lots of the new week opening gaps. We found some support there, and we're moving away from it. So I'm looking for more upside above these equal highs and up into this recent last week's high. CAD is still bouncing off that threshold we had marked last week, and hit that objective last night in London. There looks like there's significant resistance there. So again, we come back into that range, looking at this new BISI here, and the BISI here. There's a little BISI overlapping this SIBI, right, in terms of inversion fair value gaps. So we have a lot of potential to come back down into these little overlapping inversion fair value gaps. So my idea is more low, which would be in accordance with the British pound getting stronger, euro getting stronger, and the Canadian dollar getting stronger. Because the U.S. is the first in the pair, the U.S. shows weakness against the Canadian dollar. You can see it come down some marginal sense here. So we didn't get the runoff nice and high that we were looking for before, but I am looking for this level on the weekly on natural gas. I wanted to see it bounce off of this high here, of this new week opening gap SIBI. I want to see it stay on the top of that and start to move up now, leaving this open, creating a nice little open, a breakaway gap on the weekly for more higher prices. So that's the level we can come down to. I drew that out a couple of weeks ago, or last week. Australian dollar, it still hasn't run out those lows yet, so we look for this to create an inversion fair value gap. We've come through it, down. If it comes back up into it here, look for a short down into this level here on Australian dollar. Now, New Zealand dollar has finally given up the ghost, found some support off of that SIBI. It blew right through it, gapped down, or ran down, gap back up, keyed off of that SIBI, inversion fair value gap, and continued driving down for lower prices. Now, we're looking for a fill on the new week opening gap, or the weekly fair value gap. That's a weekly SIBI there. So we're looking for that to come back in and fill. And the lower objective price is 57.54. We're looking for lower prices on US 500. We're looking for a run below these lows here, at least for this. We've come out of, we're right underneath this new week opening gap, BISI. Not new week opening gap, it's a fair value gap on the weekly, and we're looking for this to convert into a strength broken, or support broken becomes resistance. So we're looking for this to continue on down here, come back, find some support at this, and continue driving down for rejection block inside of a new daily BISI. So look for that. So we're inside that right now. For daily, I'm gonna box this in so we can actually see. Its support is found right. Oh, let me get my forgot about my call, my Breakfast Club boys. See if Kevin and Derek pop in today. So we're definitely looking for downside on the US 500, on the S&P. We'll keep an eye on this for the next few minutes, see what the open does. And gold. Gold looking for more upside. We've come back and we filled this BISI here, created the fair value gap on Friday. Sunday we opened, traded back into it, and now we're running back up. So we're looking for a fill, the rest of the fill of this weekly fair value gap, and we're looking for a daily fair value gap. We got it sitting right in here, so we're going to overlap these guys, and so look for your goal to start reaching up into this SIBI, to balance the SIBI on the daily, and then perhaps start running up higher. So looks like we're about to break $2,000 this week. If we lose this threshold here, consequent encroachment of this wick, if we reach the weekly fair value gap and we find some support at it and roll over, my eye comes back down into this inversion fair value gap here on the daily. Does this now become support? So you're looking for this area here. Now, do you roll over, come back to here, find support at or within this level here, and then start pushing back up? So really between this inversion fair value gap now and this weekly SIBI and weekly or daily SIBI up here. This is just my friend wants to buy a Japanese car, so I want to know what the price was. It's looking good for Canadians. Canadian dollar versus Japanese, so the Canadian dollar's doing good. Tech. We're looking for, let's look at the daily here. Daily, the tech's all ran out its lows already. It's popped through those. Look for this weekly. Let's pull back a bit. This is the monthly fair value gap. Has been worked, filled. Now we've come through it. You want to see it provide a level of support now and continue driving down for the next monthly fair value gap. There's two overlapping monthly fair value gaps. Let's just go right here, you'll see. We have that monthly one right there. We have, what the heck is that? Is that gray? I can't tell. Sorry, my color blind. Oh, it's light gray. Okay. I gotta go to the weekly now and sort that out. Okay, it's right there. So look for a draw down into this weekly fair value gap down in here. We have a monthly fair value gap. There's another weekly one right here. But the monthly one I think is overlapping that one as well. Oh, monthly is huge down in here. So look for a draw on liquidity overall, maybe long term. Later into the fall or into the earlier winter, Christmas, November time. Look for a run down into here. If we start to drive down now, look for the draw on liquidity down at the weekly and monthly, and then there's a daily fair value gap down here as well. So there's some pretty huge magnets drawing liquidity down in tech. Yeah, we've got lots of overlapping PD arrays down here. So we've just slightly ran these lows out right now, but I see there's some big draws on liquidity further down into the 14,000s. That's quite a sizable drop over the next little while. So keep your eyes on that. Let's look for Japanese yen. We're still looking for that high to be taken out here. I'm going to draw that line across the top so we You know what it is I'm looking for. Keep your eye there. Live trades, Japanese yen on October 23rd, 2023. All right, markets are open now. And we are off to the races for a new week. I got a little oil trade. I have to admit, I did get a little oil trade. I threw in some trades here before I went to bed last night. I threw these 3 in here. Got out here, I thought didn't provide a level of support here. I thought, no, there's nothing really down here. I like this idea of this inversion fair value gap holding price, and it did. The bodies respected it, so I put another trade back in there again, and then went to bed. Didn't see, well, I did see this gap fill. Should have just put my thing on the gap fill. I saw that, but I wanted to go for higher. I wanted to pull into the range much higher. I didn't even pull my fib tool here now that I look at it. I bet fib-wise we're looking at close to 50%. Now go from the first swing point right there. And we were just short of it. So the fib tool wouldn't have even bailed me out there. So, but anyway, I got out there early this morning for $2,000 or something. So there's an idea about PD arrays. Make sure you're scaling out at PD arrays, and I didn't. I just went for the big long ball. What Michael calls the pull, the long pull. So I didn't get the long pull on that, which is kind of good that I got out here this morning when I saw it coming back into this. It wasn't really going to provide a level of support. So I bailed out of them all there for a slight profit. I increased my leverage as I went. So I went 1 handle, 2 handles. I think it was 1 handle. Yeah, 1 handle. This one here was 2 handles, and this one here was 5. Okay, but anyway, that was the little one I ran this morning. So this might be a whole new price leg down now. I was thinking oil was going to be giving us a level of support here. So my eye comes back to this little inversion fair value gap again now on the hourly. Let's look right here. Do we get a level of support here again? If not, if we start to eat through this, come back. Now we've eaten through that one. If we come back into it, find a level of support here and continue to push through for lower prices, there's a ton of liquidity draw down in here. As you can see, there's new week opening gaps. There's weekly fair value gaps. There's daily fair value gaps. We're sitting inside this guy here right now. I don't even know what the heck this one is. Let me get this one out of here. This is this guy here. We have ones that are closer and perhaps a little more reliable right now. So let's go here and here. We did come back to the top of that weekly fair value gap, but there's a little piece left in there on the daily. I want to see this provide a level of support though. Just run out those lows. So if this runs into here, watch where it ends on the hourly. So we'll see what it ends at 10 o'clock. Now that we've run that low out, I'm just wondering if we're going to pull back now and start running up for higher prices. But I'd like to see a level of support in here or on top of this weekly inversion fair value gap now. We talked about gold already, so let's get back over here. Nothing there. Still looking for up on that one. CAD, we're still looking for potentially down on that, up on that. Australian dollar, still looking for a drive for an up to go down. So Monday maybe just to sit here and watch the fireworks display. Looking for further downside on the US 500 here. I got a live trade on this right now, so I can't show you on my live, but I do have a live trade in here this morning. I think it was the hourly I got that in on right there. That was the support level I was looking for this morning. I haven't traded on my I had oil on this morning, so I had to play that one. I just saw this one on my live trade, and I took that one because I can't, for some reason, you can't trade oil on my live account. The broker that I'm using does not let you play with oil, which is a Fivers. I use Fivers right now. So, something to keep an eye on. All right. I'm going to make sure that I don't lose any money on my live account, so that's now going stress-free trading. I think I'll go from there. All right. Break structure there. Okay, I'll just double check in my trade. We're looking for downside on that. That's what I want. And this has we talked about this is the weekly fair value gap, the daily fair value gap here. Looking for that to fill again. So that was inversion there. We're looking for that to continue driving down and through that. Maybe for lower prices. There's a pool of liquidity down here. We have these equal lows and this pool of liquidity here and here with a big chunk of imbalanced price. So we're looking to come back and balance that perhaps over the next few days or weeks to come. And I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you've shared some love out there. There's a lot of anger going on in the world right now. And those of you who are new or haven't seen our show in the morning, it's not super high energy, as you can tell. I spend a lot of time staring at the charts, not much mumbling going on. Michael does have a much better approach to talking about the markets, but I like to kind of, you'll see me dig right down into this now and start talking about individual PD arrays as I see them getting hit, like this rejection block's about to get hit. So still looking for further downside. Also, you're looking for the midpoint of this daily fair value gap here. I'm going to sit in 500 right now because I've got a live trade in here, so I'm going to be sitting, I'm watching this a bit longer. My focus is going to be here today. Looking right here, so as soon as we break through this low here, we have this breaker right here, the potential return to 5. Oh my goodness. I do not, let me apologize. My live trade is not in there. I'm checking the prices on one chart to the next, and I am not in this one. I am in tech. I'm in this one. So this one's got all the monthly, weekly, and daily draws on liquidity. So we're just about to blow that low. Watch the threshold here. Okay, so there's the weekly right there. I'm in this trade. I think I got in long or short right here. Make sure I'm at 14,477. 14,477. So I just ran out those lows. I'm going to take some off of here. I took a little 10% off right there. Okay. Just because we ran the low, it's a good time to get a piece off there. I'm still working on these long pulls, hoping price will actually stick. Start digging down and hold these for deeper objectives. So I want to see this big pull, big bold pulled candle here. Pull, I don't know why I'm saying pull all the time. Big bold candle down, create a little fair value gap in here on the hourly, come back, find some support at this 3 candle bull candles. I closed out the trade. I'm going to wait till 10 o'clock now. We'll see what happens. If this comes back into this candle here, I'm going to get short on that again. So that's my objective there on the hourly. May even run out these equal highs here. We might find some support. This becomes a new inversion fair value gap now. We've come back up, filled it, dropped down below it. If we come back into it and hit the bottom of this order block here, which is now a breaker because we've actually broke below this low, then I'll find support there, and I will try to perhaps go short again. We'll see what that's like on the 1 minute. I'm going to pull this across here. This is the inversion fair value gap I'm looking at here on the hourly. I want to see this to provide a level of support now for us to continue down. I don't want to see it start digging too high into this range here, so just back to that area there is fine for me. Let's see how we react off of this now. I'll make this smaller because that's the level of support we want to see.
Good morning.
Good day. How are you?
All right. Running a little behind here.
That's all right. Just gonna roll over your microphone in the morning. That's the I usually tells you when you're rolling in like thunder in the morning.
It
right.
just came off the stand I had.
Well, I'm sure glad I got out of that trade when I did. So we've come back into that hourly order block I'd mentioned. Into it here. Now is the body providing support? We've just run the lows here. Are we going to start push back up into this new week opening gap again? So I'm kind of out of this right now, just kind of sitting on the sidelines. Thought this would, now we're in the middle of that inversion fair value gap now. So we've well executed a nice little return into the premium part of this little range we created since the opening. So we've retraced all the way back through that, back into this breaker here on the 1 minute. Now, is this going to provide a level of support? Or are we going to eat right through this? Look for the threshold here to hold. If it does, and we'll see if there's an opportunity there. So on the hourly, where is that? Oh, we're already through it already on the hourly. So the 1 minute threshold's right there. We're just short of it. That's a really deep retracement there on the 1 minute. I want to see this come back through here, get on the, provide some support here. We've got consolidation. I'm just curious. Look at that. Consolidation range. 50% of the consolidation. And now we're looking for, is this 50% here? Usually when we talk about price returning to a consolidation, there's your 50%, there's your range there. It either hits the top of it or the 50% of it and reverses, which is also inside that 1 minute breaker threshold. If we lose this, now we've got this order block here. When this order block gets broken above that, then I'm not so bearish anymore. Right there. Now we're at rejection, so look for 25% of this. We're through that, yeah. So this could be a much bigger retracement. Let me get that out of the way. So look for this new week opening gap to get hit again. Back into, look for an area of sensitivity here on Friday's close, Monday's open, or Sunday's open, and the threshold. Wow, no, there's not. I was going to say we've hit the top of the rejection block again. So we're sitting inside this. We had a big run down here. We got to capitalize on that this morning. Now this piece here, does it provide a level of support when we start getting back into here? And that little run that we had on the daily, just running these equal lows out, coming back to the new week opening. Sorry, I keep saying new week. The weekly fair value gap. Now, are we looking to come back into this range here? If so, the narrative changes to a bullish. If we start getting on top of this fair value gap here on the weekly or the monthly, if we end up getting into here, finding some support at this and start to push back up, look for 50%. So look for at least the mid range here through this fair value gap. Does it give us support into this one? And we're getting back into that monthly fair value gap again. So just something to kind of look at here if we start to run up much higher. So there's the daily. Let's look at a 4 hour. So that 4 hour will sit right inside the new week opening gap. So new week opening gaps, you can see the midpoints. Yeah, I can see those ones. So I was calling for a bit more downside, but we may get this retracement now that we've run those lows out. We get a retracement back into the next couple of days, looking for the high, Tuesday, Wednesday high, which would be that 50% of that range, and then the reversal and head back down for the rest of the week, perhaps. Yeah. So then we got to look for an opportunity to get in here. We don't have to have something. I've done super good this morning. Don't want to give it back with a bad trade. So how was your weekend, Kevin?
It was good, uneventful. Went to dinner Friday night. P.F. Chang's, had some good Chinese food, and that was about it. Pretty uneventful. How about yours?
Mine was pretty uneventful too. Been having some pain a lot lately. My hips have been really hurting. Don't know if it's from my lower back or not. Affected my nerves, the nerves going down my legs. But ibuprofen, Tylenol, it's not the big pain yet. I can still manage it with some. I think it's from all the sitting I'm doing. I got to get up and be a little more active, I think.
Get a good cushion for your chair.
Well, I've got an ergonomic, the WCBR Workers' Compensation Board up here. They came in and they did a full ergonomics check. I've got a table that rises and falls. I can stand up, sit down, look at this ergonomic chair. They came in and
nice.
they did the full works on it here, which was really, really nice. But anyway, otherwise it was a pretty good weekend. Got to spend time with my wife and kind of just enjoy the each other's company, which was really pleasant.
Yeah, I got stuck watching the Hallmark Channel Christmas movies. I'm like, we did this last year. She's like, no, we didn't. I'm like, we did so. We watched Christmas movies before Halloween. Why? Why are we doing
Oh,
this? And she's like, but it's a good movie. I'm like,
bless her heart. That's
they're
her.
all the same. I'm like, all right, if I fall asleep, she's like, you better not fall asleep. This is a good movie. I'm like, I'm falling asleep. I'm like, it'll be on about 24 more times between now and Christmas.
Right, right. We were watching. My wife doesn't like. She's super happy, super positive all the time. Like all the time. Like you can tell, she was a grade 2 teacher, and she's just kids' life. Everything's just like today was awesome. You should have seen the kids. Like she's so excited about them all the time. And she's been a principal and a vice principal for a couple of decades, but she's still teaching. So
Okay.
everything's positive for her. I guess the long point of this story is that at the last couple of nights we've been watching The Fall of the House of Usher, and she thought it would just be like a, murder mystery or something. It's like, no, it's about evil demons and stuff. It's pretty cool. And she's just like, I don't like this. I'm gonna have a nightmare tonight. This is not gonna be good. Yeah. So.
Leslie is a true pessimist. She's a 9th grade teacher.
Oh, is she really? Oh.
Yeah, so she's like, I'm not.
It changes.
Yeah.
It changes after you get out of elementary. You get into the junior high. It's like I give up on life. These kids,
Yeah.
they're totally different now. Like the parents are different. They expect kids to go to school and they get all their. Not only do they get their education, they get their psychology fixed at school as well. Like the teachers are supposed to fix all their psychology, and
Yep.
it's like, look, that's your job. Our job's just to educate them, and they expected to come to school with some manners and some basic respect.
Yeah.
I remember when we used to go
that.
to school, and the threat of a principal belting you, giving you the belt, you'd be like terrified, right? So there was always that level of, you can't cross that line, otherwise you're going down to the principal's office to get the strap, right? So there's only so far you could push your luck, because that threat was always hanging up. Now they don't. Now all they got is, I can call your mother, I can call your father. Oh, really? And they hit that threat level all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And it's like, you can't. There's no corporal punishment. There's not that I condone corporal punishment, but there's some argument to be said for
scared
it.
of something. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to have some level of threat that you go, I'm not going there. And the parents, most of the parents are pretty good, but you get some that just don't care. They just don't care. It's like, no, I'm not. That's for you to sort out, not for me. I bring my kids to school, you sort them out. Wow, really? Really? Anyway,
These colors are too bright here.
we're looking at 10 o'clock open now. So are we finding some support here and starting to drive back up? I'm looking for a break in market structure.
I'm bullish on Euro, Pound, and NASDAQ.
Yeah.
I missed your rundown at the beginning, so I don't know what you are on these, but
Yeah, I was short
I'm
here.
seeing it.
I was short here this morning, got out on my live account on the way. Like, I was short here, got out here. And now I'm more bullish on it just because there's a higher draw on liquidity here. Like, now we've run these lows out.
Yep.
Are we pulling back into this range? So I'm looking for this to provide a level of support here, and that new week opening gap to provide some support to come back into that range, into that 50% here. Not that I'm calling this as the bottom, because we could just turn around and just drive really hard now straight down. So I'm looking for something that provides a level of, is this going to provide support now that we've come back to, like I just mentioned a few moments ago about this Friday's close, Monday's open. Those are levels of support or resistance. So are they going to resist price here and we're going to start pushing right back down again? Or are we going to start to dig deeper into the gap that was created this weekend? So
Let's see, 45.
that was the new week opening gap. Friday. I want to see this provide support, not get back.
Good morning, Darren. Ooh, I hit the wrong button.
Good morning, Derek, you mean? Is Derek back?
Oh, yeah, Derek. What did I say, Darren?
Derek. Yeah. Let me see where he's at here.
He just said good morning, guys. Could you throw your screen on Skype?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Look at that delay. Let's see.
There you go. How's that? Is it working this time?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Morning, Derek. How are you, buddy? I hope you had a good weekend.
Get any golfing in?
Did he say good morning, Tom? Everybody's getting everybody's names wrong this morning.
Call me the wrong name. All right, Tom. Hey, at least I, started with a D name, Derek or Darren. Derek.
You got the D right.
I'm the odd guy out today.
I'm just gonna call you Rolling Thunder in the morning,
or like Dan or something like that. It'll just be the
triple D's.
All right, what we got here?
Yeah, nothing's really supporting upwards right now. So there's a little tiny inversion gap right here. We did find support inside it here. We've come back. Now, is this thing right there going to provide a level of support? It's usually the midpoint of this inversion fair value gap on the hourly as well. So that was support right there. Now we're going to continue pushing up. And you want to see a break right now. Yeah, our overall bias may be a little high, but is there a potential to run down into this small range here now that we've broken these highs, to come back into 50% of that range, leave half of this open, start working inside this before we start pushing out? Or are we going to break the high, fair value gap, nice little clean open entry? We're at 804 right now. So we're wait for 812, or sorry, yours is 10. I'm at 8. So we're looking for 10, 12, or 1017. Yeah, I've been called Darren so many times. Yeah, you and me both. I've been called Derek, Daryl, Dave. From the Bewitched show, my mother-in-law used to call me Durwood.
'Tis the season.
Yeah. Like I did to Darren. Oh, that's funny. Not very many people will remember Bewitched. We must be old. There you go. There's a... Watch this guy here, which would give us a level of support here. Stop loss here. We're breaking structure. Look for a return back into here. But I want to see a body get above that. I don't see wicks. I used the Cameron trade earlier this morning, and I'm keeping a tab on these to see how they go for me. So far so good using MNQ and the 2003. I don't get what that MNQZ.
That's the futures contract.
Oh, okay. I'm going to take that one right there. Stop my stop loss down here. Take that as my silver bullet. Not that I'm happy with it, because I want to see that get above here with a bolt body candle. Now we've created this order block here. Do you want to see this as a propulsion candle to hold price? Even though it's a wick, I still like to see bodies validate these things, not wicks. So this has the whole price for this become a propulsion candle now to start pushing prices higher. Now that we see how we've come right back to the top of that fair value gap, or that inversion fair value gap right here, inside that fair value gap that we just created as our first silver bullet entry. Body's respecting that high.
I'm long on euro and pound.
Did you get in on the 5 minute again? I don't see your, I can see your fair value gap here. I wouldn't see where you can get in on that. Where did you, did you key off of an order block or something? Good for you. If you're in both of those, that's good. You got a nice run there. As do we. Micro through nasty trade. Contracts through a nasty trade.
Tasty Trade, they're the guys that
Oh, Tasty Trade, yeah.
he designed Thinkorswim and then sold it to TD Ameritrade.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, years ago, back in like 2000, I want to say like 2008, 2006 or something like that, like forever ago.
That Thinkorswim is really, really good.
Yeah.
A couple of guys I know down in the the states there use that, and we couldn't get it in Canada. You know, you got to get I think it's $25,000 American in an account before you can even get that. Otherwise, TD up here is just straight TD. You don't get any Thinkorswim stuff, and their platform sucks. Yeah, I'm not happy with their platform at all. And to trade options is you really got to know your stuff to trade options. I had a guy that was teaching me. He's a genius, man. He was so good at trading options, but he was tired of it. He was tired of trading it. He wanted robots.
I thought you traded options because of your name, ThetaWaveTrader.
No, ThetaWave. Because I teach hypnosis and hypnotherapy. I've done lots of hypnotherapy with people, and over the years, and theta wave, or it's a theta state, is a state your mind gets into of absolute focus and concentration. So that's why the ThetaWaveTrader, because when you're trading, if you can get into that zone, into that mindset for trading, you can create some miracles out there. So this is kind of the hidden meaning behind ThetaWaveTrader. So basically it's the state we get you into in a hypnotic trance. So we get to that theta waves level and then create massive change at the subconscious level.
Because the theta is the Greeks for options.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
there you go. Options trader. That's what everybody sees out there, I guess. But the hidden meaning, now you know what the hidden meaning is.
The secrets. Did you get in the euro or the pound trade here?
No, I didn't get in either one of those. I'm in the, nice. Good for you, man. You should be in down here somewhere, right? 121.75-ish?
121.798.
7.9.
And 106.101.
Okay, so you're good. That's
and
good.
And then NASDAQ, I'm in at 14,536.01.
Wow. And you're in the NASDAQ.
Yeah, I got in the NASDAQ a little late. And actually, I should go back in right now because it just formed. It's just now hitting my 5-minute fair value gap rule. I know it's not. Never mind.
Oh, you see a fair value gap there?
No. It just. We're on the third candle now, but it just closed, so it wouldn't open now. For the NASDAQ, I wait till the 5-minute forms, and then as soon as it forms, I just take it.
Right.
Which I'm sure it'll burn me at one time, but I back tested it with FX Replay, and it's like a no-brainer, like every time.
So 5
I want to say I have like a 90% success rate.
So 5 minutes. I'm just thinking I could create a bot around this. So 5 minutes, you get it.
5 minute. Yeah. It only seems to work for the NASDAQ though.
Oh, okay.
So whatever, if it forms and the candles are negative or bearish,
right?
Take it and short it for a 2-to-1 ratio. But it seems like it flies past the 2-to-1 like almost every time.
Oh yeah, okay. This is the 1717. You got to be careful of the reversal. This is the potential change in direction.
Yeah, it's already changed. I'm out on mine. I took a bad trade on gold this morning. So I got to trade this account super, super light.
Yeah. I want to see it start driving through that now. That's what I want to see. Get through that threshold of this candle here. Continue to the upside. I closed out my live trade. As usual, I chickened out when I saw it go, the 1717 started playing on my head. This is where I'm going to regret it, but at least I kept my my demo trade in there. So I don't want to see it get below here again now. It's done in here. We have a new fair value gap. So I could probably load another one on under here. Now we're at the midpoint of the new week opening gap. We're blowing through that.
This little heart on YouTube ends up blocking.
Yeah, it does.
I can see where the 15-minute resides. Closed at 14,679.
14,679 micros. Happy.
That's a good Monday.
Yeah, it is a good Monday, man. Good for you, buddy.
This candle doesn't close for another 4 minutes.
I'm putting another one on there. We're going to get back in here to go long. Just below that.
I don't know why I closed this euro and pound trade.
Oh, you closed it?
Higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, going higher. Like I said, I got burned this morning I got to trade really lightly.
Yeah. Like, there's lots of days left in the week, man.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just Monday. If you've made a little bit of money, move to the sidelines, sit there and enjoy. I don't know why I'm still taking trades here. I've done a good morning already just on oil and this. There's at least 2K in here this week, 3K almost. So
that's a good Monday.
It's a good Monday. Oh, look at this. Lovely. I'm glad I got back in on my live trade too.
One, two. All right, this has 45 seconds for this close. It doesn't come back down. It's going to have a gap. The next candle needs to tap in there and take it long.
Yeah.
And it's going to go to at least the Asian high, which is 14,617.
No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it revisit this again. So I'm going to sit just below here.
Yeah. When it dropped down, it closed off my candle, so I still wouldn't be able to get in with my trade the way I do this one.
Yeah, I like those Asian highs there. Mind you, there's a fair value. There's a spot right there. It's 15.4592.
I mean, the London high is right before that at 610.
Yeah.
And then right after that,
yeah, there's a lot up there. Yeah, there's a ton up there, isn't there?
Yep.
So I'll look for a dip back into here.
Midnight open and London high yet, possibly. I should have thought we were going to have a good run up to get lows. Yeah, it looks like dip back down a little bit here before going higher to the Asian highs, I think.
There's in.
Same thing with the pound. I think we're gonna dip down just a little bit here, and then go to the previous week high, which is 122, 195. So, and what do we got for euro? Euro, I don't see.
Euro's still got these highs to reach for here on the daily. That old high, and there's a new week opening gap there, and then you got this fair value gap price imbalance over here that we've ran into multiple times to create a potential resistance. But new week opening gap, this old high here looks like it's going to run liquidity out up there.
Yeah, like a 106.4 area.
106.4. Yep, that's exactly it.
So
oil's come down into there. Midnight open, then London high yet, possibly. I should have thought we were going to have a good run up as it took the lows out so quickly this morning. Yeah. This would be nice if it stayed open as another breakaway here. Okay. It's gonna fill. Midnight open, yeah. Then London high. Yet possible, I agree. I agree with you, senor.
What we got? 106.4, 22, 195, 22.
It's right in there now.
195. And what's our target here for NASDAQ? Asian high. 617. 617. I'll do 615. Let them run. If they get hit, I'm done for the day.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I don't want to push my luck today.
I thinking the same thing. I should have just stayed in the trade instead of getting out and then back in, but
that really came down and really tipped right off there. Really finished that fair value gap in now. Now I want to see this give me a level of support here. If we come down and revisit this low, I'm out. I'm going to close out. I'm out that one. I'll let this one ride here. We'll see where the bodies respect that or not. I'm out on my live one too. No, I'm out of that. I'll move to the sidelines now. We'll still have that little piece there. Must be in yeah, 1730. So I'll look for 1736. They can do these little screw arounds, run back for the first 5 minutes or the bottom of the half of the hour, and then reverse on you and continue going back up to where they wanted to go. they're clearing out liquidity, so they may come back and retouch this again. I don't know. I don't know where to call it now, so I'm just going to sit outside and on the, where do we go here? Yeah, we're just short of a full fill on the hourly. I don't know if is that the same full fill of the hourly on yours?
1 hour.
Did that fill that fair value gap for you?
No.
Yeah, it was just short of it on mine as well. So now watch for a potential slam down now, because we've come back into, mostly filled that range back into, we hit the new week opening gap, those key points, high, low, midpoint. So that may be all we need. Just come back and tag the opening of the week, which is exactly what we did on the hourly. It looks like we hit it spot on, which is just a little pop above it. So watch for a potential now for a slam right back down and continue on as a downside run. Like, we didn't reach those Asian highs, London highs that we'd hoped for. That's why you kind of scale out a little bit when you get up to that spot. I didn't. But those two very important new week opening gaps, points are important to keep your eye on. I'm gonna go there. Now if we start digging back into this thing here, if we find some support at the bottom of this, then we're looking for a continuation on the downside.
This closes in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Look for this guy here. Breaking market structure now to the downside. Fair value gap inside here. There's an inversion winner here as well. We got down below it, came back to it, found support at it, dropping down. Now I want to see this provide some support in here to a maximum of this order block to continue on the downside. Got support there. We're between these two now, and that threshold of that candle.
I'm saying we're going higher based on my 5-minute NASDAQ fair value gap entry that I've been doing.
Yeah.
Based off of the 10.05, the 10.10, and the 10.15. Or, never mind. I had the mouse over. I didn't see the full line. It closed that. Never mind. But it is going higher. But not because of what I was going to say.
Not because of my logic, just because I told it to.
Yeah, no. Out the window. Yeah, my 5-minute trade for this wouldn't even happen yet.
So you look for a 5-minute gap that occurs after 10 o'clock.
Yep.
And whatever that gap is, whether it's be up or down, you trade the opposite direction. So if it's an up gap, you trade it to the up. If it's a down gap, you trade it to the down.
Yep.
That's easy.
For 2 to 1.
For 2 to 1.
2 to 1. That's it. No more, no less. Just 2 to 1. And it's I should probably go back into my FX replay and figure out, because it blows past the 2 to 1 like almost every time.
Right. I'm going to look into building a bot around that. See if I can build something that supports price after 10 o'clock. Look for a fair value gap on the 5-minute or the 5 minute.
The 5 minute, yeah. And the first one that shows up, you take it.
Okay.
And I put it right there at the top of it. Just so if it comes down and just pegs it by 1 pipette, I'm in the trade.
Oh shit, my bot would actually do that. I can set that. Shit, I could set that on mine. I'm going to try that. I can set that on mine now. I've got these, I can set the exact time to start looking for this. And I can even set the time frame I'm looking on.
Oh, wow. Yeah, try it tomorrow on the demo.
We're going to do that.
And see how it runs.
We're going to drop this puppy in here tomorrow on the demo. And this is just NASDAQ, right? So I'm
only NASDAQ. I haven't, it doesn't work on euro and pound.
Okay. Yes. And it will take all 3 orders too, or it'll take the open, high, low, middle. Look at that, just ran up above those highs there.
Yep. Just tagged into the Asian low.
We're inside this one now. We're definitely respecting that the bottom of this now.
Would you say we have a bullish breaker on the 5-minute, maybe 15-minute as well?
Bullish.
Scared the market to compliance. Hey, I wish it was that easy. I wouldn't have took that loss this morning on gold if I could scare it into compliance.
Yeah. Here's your bullish breaker here. These 2 candles would be your 10-minute breaker. We are definitely inside this thing here. Yeah, these guys all landed inside it. So now they can start pushing for higher prices for sure.
Still got a minute and 50 for this 5-minute to close.
There you go.
Our jump up.
Excellent.
I still want it to show on the 5-minute so you see how it works. Because I took it on, I think, Friday or Thursday, and you were like, oh, you're in? And then you were like, oh, let me see. Remember? And then you were like, I don't know why you went in that. And I was on mute the whole time explaining it. But that's what I've been doing. And that's why you were like, I don't see what you see. And I'm like, no, this is what I see.
So this is the 5 minute one you've been talking about then, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look that
It
one
hasn't
tomorrow.
showed up yet, but remember, was it Thursday or Friday? I went in the trade, and you're like, I'm not sure what you're seeing, but
Yeah.
good luck on it, buddy. And I was like, yeah, and I was on mute the whole fucking time.
So it was the 5 minute because I couldn't see it on the 5 minute.
Yeah. As soon as it shows up, as soon as it clears down to the next candle, boom, enter, and I just leave it. I set it to 2 to 1. You know, risk $500 to get 1,000, 100 to 200, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And just leave it.
Now
And I don't even go back to it. I close off the chart.
Now do you wait for it to come back in, or as soon as that candle opens, you take it?
As soon as it forms, as soon as it clears on that, what would be the 16th minute of the new chart of the new candle. You know, because it's the 3 candles, so on that 4th candle it forms, and then I just have it just dead even with wherever the gap is.
Right.
This way, if you get tagged in by 1 pipette, you're in the trade.
Oh, so you do wait for it to come back down and tag it then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know sometimes I don't wait for it to come in. I just go in, but for this I do because it's not something Michael teaches, and it's kind of like with me messing with the FF's replay, like I taking notes on what I do and what works and didn't and whatever, and I just stumbled across this. I'm like, wait a second. Every time I do this is so. Close that one.
All right, let's put one in here. Really, it's kind of hard. You could, yeah. I don't want to see it get below there. This is the one I want to see whole price right here. I gotta get back on here. Missing anything Derek's been saying? Minute open, agreed. Would you say we have a bullish breaker on the 5 minute between 15 minute as well? On the 5 minute, yeah, that was the bullish breaker right here. We've come back down into that 15 minute. Yeah, right there. So we've come back inside this range here, and now we're pushing for higher prices. We filled that there. Now you want to see it starting getting above these equal highs here, and there's a little tiny piece right there on the 15 minute, on the 5 minute. There's where was it I'm looking for here? Right up in here on 5 minute.
Market loves at midnight open. There it says. It seems like if the market opens above the midnight open, it's going to go down. It's going to be a bearish day.
Yeah.
And if it opens below, it's going to be bullish.
I'm going to set this up on my bot tomorrow. 10 o'clock. Oh, sorry, that would be 1700, right? And you go to what, 21?
No, just that hour. Just the
Just 1
silver
hour.
bullet hour. And if it doesn't show up, like it hasn't showed up. It hasn't showed up yet today, and it doesn't look like it's going. It doesn't look like it's even possible in the next 10 minutes, 11 minutes. Unless it's two bearish candles.
Okay. I have to set that for 5 is 50. I'm going to have to set that for 1 is fine. Terminus. I can't put a terminus. So I have to set that on the 5 minutes before I leave. All right, let's do that. Turn that off. All right, it's set for tomorrow.
All right. Don't prove me wrong.
Yeah, well, your parameters, I'm thinking, well, wait a second, it's totally doable on what I got. Didn't see the small imbalance you just pointed out. Oh, you mean the one that back up here? Yeah. So if you're going to run this liquidity hard and you're going to get above this stuff, there's a nice little pocket of liquidity up here. That'd be a nice place to reach for. Yes, but I'm getting gout. Oh, you're getting out, you mean? I was like, I hope you're not getting gout. You're getting out of the Asian high. The messes run after London high. May pull the trigger and exit there. Smart man. Smart man.
Derek, do you only trade futures? You do Forex or anything else? And which model do you usually go off of? Because you said you traded before earlier. Obviously, that wasn't the silver bullet time. That's all I mainly do. Gout is a terrible thing to get.
Cut back on that red meat, my friend. No, I trade EU. See where he does pound, euro, Aussie. Oh yeah, you mentioned this the other day.
Oh, okay, yeah, yep, you did right.
And with Dixie and consolidation, I've been staying away from that recently. Yeah. How's your British pound one doing? Oh, it had a nice little run up, but then
Yeah, after exit, I exited at history. Let's see, history. I exited at 21,906 for a $216 gain.
good. Yeah, I still think that's running up for those highs there.
I did too. I went back in, so it's actually down $50 right now. I went back in at 22,104.
Oh, okay. For
I'm aiming
22,
for 22,195, and for the euro, I'm aiming for 106.4. Both are down $40, $32 each now.
so you're looking just to get above these highs then?
Yeah. As soon as it gets close enough, I'll close them out. Call it a day and come back for London.
Yeah.
Do you end up trading the PM session, New York session?
I don't tend to do very well in the PM session, but I'm starting to zeroing in on that 2100 hour, 20 to 2100 hour window. I want to start leaving the trades on until the 2100 hour. That way I catch everything kind of through lunch, but I have to really keep my stop loss way back in order to facilitate that. But catch in the afternoon, like the 2100 hour, where is this 2100? I'll show you. There's 18, 20, and then your 2100 hour is right here. Boom, there's your 21.5, 21.10, there's your entry there. And then the run down to the end of the. So 2100 hours, if you look at this across multiple different time frames, 19, this is your 21 here, there's what 2150. Oh, this one wouldn't have worked for you. But
This
look,
is the
yeah,
New York AM, and I do the London.
Yeah, London and New York Open are usually your best bet. When you're late in the day, you got to be careful because, as you can see, it'll roll around on you quite. Like if you go back through all of these, there's the 1600 hour, there's the 1900 hour, there's 2100 hours right here. These are your lows. There's 20. Here's 20. Here's 19. Here's 21. So you can see there's right at these hours are key. So 2021 hour is your if you look for this and say, well, if it's coming down into here, what's it running for? A fill of this, or at least they'll take out this low. This low here is sitting at 2650, and the low here is 2660. So that's actually didn't take that out. Anyway, that's the afternoon one. It's a little more dodge for me.
Yeah, I'm usually sleeping by then.
I just got to remember to leave this on the 5-minute tomorrow. Tomorrow, remind me that this bot needs to be on the 5-minute in order to trade it. I can't pick and choose what levels I'm on unless I'm actually on it. So,
all right,
because this bot will work on whatever time frame I'm sitting on. So I have to remember to trade this on a 5-minute for it to find it.
I'm interested in seeing what the bot does with it.
Yeah. If it does, then that may be the go-to bit for it. I'll probably take another demo on Cameron's trade this afternoon. See how it goes in the PM session. Cameron. Oh, that's what's his name? Michael's kid?
Oh, yeah, right.
Or Cameron
yeah.
from Tasty Trade? Is he?
No, Michael's his name's kid is Cameron. Yeah.
And who's this Tasty Trade or Tasty?
TastyTrade.com. They do a lot of futures and
Oh, okay.
in options trading.
Got it.
They're the ones that did the Thinkorswim.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, you said that earlier.
Yeah.
When you get to 60. Yes, it's his son. Oh.
Your trade came back. Your NASDAQ came back nicely.
Oh, yeah. Geez, we're killing it here today. Avon. All right, Derek, we're going to hit it, man. I can feel it. I feel the noise. I feel the need for speed. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. Equal eyes right there. You're still in
You
this?
never enter your... No, I exited a while ago.
Oh, okay.
I should have stayed. I don't know why I closed it out.
11 a.m. money. Money. Oh, I closed out as well. Oh, my damn bot took me out.
I just looked at it. I was just saying, you enter stop losses, but you never put in take profits? You just manage, like...
Yeah, my bot does.
I guess
my bot
okay.
manages my profits. Sometimes it just closes all that shit out. Like, wait a second, I'm going to turn that off. Remind me to turn that on tomorrow, otherwise that won't work either.
Wolves are hungry. It was a long weekend.
The wolves were hungry. Damn, I wanted to aim for that spot there. So I could get back in again here. I'm going to go back in there. Just going to let that sit down in here now. This order block wants to... I want this one to provide support now. And I'm just going to aim for that little piece right there. I don't know where my bot got me out there. Oh, it got me out right there. And then we got back. Oh, so we actually made a bit of money. Get me out there. Come back here. Oh, it unloaded them all up there. There's so many. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks for all those little fractal highs and takes me out at fractal highs. That quickly ran through all the profit on those trades. I see. So this order block has got to provide me with the let me close those things out of there now. You're still in this one, Derek?
I'm only in the pound trade right now. It's up $32.
Yes. You go, boy. Okay, look for that threshold here, hey? There's a little tiny inversion fair value gap now. You've worked through it. You want to find support right here now. Start pushing through this threshold, and then you got your trade. So what's your higher time frame? What do you got? Look up there. Oh shit, man, you got tons up there. Oh yeah, you got like more candy. Oh, you're above that right now. Okay, so you
when
got,
did I originally enter this?
you got
21,798 is when I originally entered. Oof.
21,798.
That's when I originally called it at.
Oh, yeah, that would be a nice little 40 pips there almost now.
I entered at 10 after. 9 minutes and 59 seconds. I opened the trade up.
All right, Derek. I like to see it, buddy. Boy, we're building the retirement package today. I like us.
It's making up for the sideways action we had all last week.
It
We were
is.
sidestepping. We were crab walking our way to the dinner table or something.
Yeah, exactly. What is it, 12 o'clock? It's 12 o'clock my time for 2 a.m. or 2 in the afternoon New York time, right? Because you guys are...
Yeah, it's 11:05 here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm an hour drive to New York City, hour drive to Philly, hour drive to Atlantic City.
Wow, you got a nice little central spot there.
Yeah, dead center.
I remember driving into New York back in 1990. Was it 1992, 1993, something like that? Met a girl on a boat, decided I was going to go drive down to... I was teaching in St. John Ambulance in Canada. Decided I was going to go down to meet this girl in New York City. So got to the... as I was going through Chicago, it was absolutely like this giant void just sucking you in. And people were driving so fast, bumper to bumper there. I was like, these Americans are crazy drivers, man. We're used to having space up here in Canada. But man, it was like bumper to bumper. And then when I got to New York, I went over the Tappan Zee Bridge. Is that what it's called? And it was like, I'm like, you got to pay to go over bridges? What kind of craziness is this? It's like, it's just these, drop your money in here. Every 5 minutes, you got to drop your money in somewhere and keep going. I thought, man, that's nuts.
We went to New York last Saturday, for the New York City Comic Con. It's $22 just to go through the tunnel.
No way.
Yep.
22.
Just to go through the tunnel. That's not counting the tolls that we got to pay to get up there, but we took the train.
Wow.
So it was $11 one way. I'm going to close this trade. It was negative for way too long. So I think it's going to hit my take profit, but it was in negative way too long after I entered it.
So you've got, did you take some money out at least?
Yeah, it was up. I closed it up $26.
Love it. That's enough to get on the under the tunnel.
Yes.
you paid for your next tunnel trip.
But it's I know it's gonna hit there, but
it's really
negative too long, and just to get me out to
it's
flip
just
around
coming
and watch
up.
the other.
I might pull it out of here. It's already run the highs. I want to see it get above this order block here. If it just keeps baffing around in here, I think we're getting up till 11 o'clock now. East Coast represent. Yeah, I can't get back, but you can at least go one way.
Yeah, stupid train or the bridge.
Oh yeah. The Tappan Zee Bridge is only one direction. Is that it? I can't remember if that was one direction.
No, it should have been both ways.
I'm gonna come right here. Now we've broken this. I want this order block to hold. We're running.
There it is. Boom. Smashed the Asian high.
Let's hear it. Boom.
618. Smashed it. Oh, your target's higher?
Yeah, I'm aiming
Up in the.
here.
Oh, all right.
I might take off at 10% here now.
Because the Asian high was right there at that 618.
0.1. We'll take off 10% there. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm out now. I here was getting ready to take off 10%. It already come back and closed me out. I was like, oh, okay. I took a loss.
Oh, so what is your target? Was like the 640 area, the next fair value gap?
That little fair value gap up there is looking for a run up in the
match with the.
It still might hit it.
The Friday low candle of 1350. The 1350 candle, I guess.
Yeah, I was looking for this fair value gap to fill. I was looking for this. Did it run up here? 14,627.
Derek says 1K a day. Grass cutting for me. Thanks, guys. Appreciate doing this. Have a good one.
No worries, buddy.
Go.
Grass cutting time. Well, it's good. Our grass is starting to get frost on it already. So
I'm gonna say probably one of the last grass cuttings of the season. Maybe.
That's right.
Maybe.
1K day, man. You get paid like a lawyer. That's a good thing, man.
There you go.
Well, an hour for a lawyer, anyway.
Catch you tomorrow, Derek. And Darren, I will be on tomorrow as well. I'm going to call it a day as well.
Excellent.
The green day. It was a quick day. This is probably our quickest session in the month that I've been trading with you.
Yeah, it is. But we did a boomer session.
Yeah.
You know, everybody walked away with some cash today. I love it. It was great.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for turning up. And I'm going to be hanging out here for another couple of minutes. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. And we'll try this bot out and see how the bot idea works on your
I'm interested in seeing how that plays.
Yeah.
All right. Catch you tomorrow.
Okay, guys. Take care. All right. So we just ran these highs out here. I didn't want to lose that order block. It came back, took it out. That's it. I'm sidelined for the rest of the day. We're still looking for that upside objective to get hit. That fair value gap on the upside. I just wasn't going to give it any more. I wanted to see that continue to push. It just came back to the order block below. That's fine. That's fair. We had a really good day today. Tomorrow we got our bot set up for Derek's trade to trade that 5-minute silver bullet. We'll see how well that does. Until then, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. It was a great time. I enjoyed myself today. We made some decent coinage today. All around, everybody walked away happy. That's the way I like to see it. And it's a rough world out there, folks. Take care of each other. Spread the love, not the hate. If you make a little bit of money and you can help out the less fortunate, my advice is do so. We're not here for a long time. Make it count. Love you all. Take care. And I will see you tomorrow on the Breakfast Club. Thanks for joining in.